Okay, this will be video number 2. It's going to be hopefully a quick one. I'm going to be making a couple juice recipes. One of them is going to be lemon tart. The other one will be cereal killer. It's like a cereal vape. Made them both before. They're both real good. I got all my recipes, all my ingredients lined up here. I got the big bottle of BG there. And I got my bottle of PG. I got 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I got like 10 ingredients for this recipe. They're all lined up in order. Make it easier. Just grab it. Got Bavarian cream. I'll go over them one by one as I put them in. And a little bit of sugar. I don't normally use sugar a lot, that much at all, but sometimes you have to get that authentic taste. And I don't use like stevia or sucralose. I use regular granulated sugar. I mean, this is liquid here. It's just regular cane sugar. It's liquid. You know, it doesn't really, I don't notice any gunk on the coils that much. And I only use a little, like 0.5%, 0.75%. You know, once in a while when the recipe calls for it. I got my new scale here. It's I think a DigiWeight LB501, something like that. It's real nice. Just got it today. It was on my porch when I got home from work. With some pipettes. I got 100 pipettes for like $7. There they are. Little pipettes. 100 of them. I gotta get more of these because I don't like reusing them. I use them and I throw them out. You know, I use it for nicotine or you know, whatever flavors that I can't squirt. You know, not in the squirt bottles. So I use the pipettes and I toss them out usually. I don't like to reuse them. So let's take it down low here. I'll show you my setup here. Here's my scale. I mix by grams. It's just so much easier. You know, there's no syringes and you know, no mess for the most part. You just you know, squeeze into the bottle and you know, put it away. You know, no rinsing the 10, 12, 20 syringes like everybody else I see, or a lot of other people I see. Well, here's my bottle. I put it on there. And I tear it out to 0. And then let me pull up my recipe. Hopefully that doesn't interfere with the video. It shouldn't. So hopefully it'll still capture everything. I think we'll be okay. Okay. All right. This is going to be, I'm going to do a couple 30 mil recipes here. 30 mil. 3 milligram. These couple recipes aren't for me. They're 3 milligrams for a friend of mine. I do 12 milligrams, as high as that may seem. That's what I do. That's what I need. I don't want to chain vape. I see a lot of people going to 3 milligram and 0 milligram in their chain vaping, you know, around the clock. I mean, and I found myself doing the same thing when I went to 3 or you know, 6. I was just vaping way too much. But this is 30 mil of 3 milligram. This is going to be 100% VG, 100 milligram nicotine, and very strong nicotine. So be very careful here, please, if you're using that. I'm using e-juice me up calculator. All the numbers are plugged in there. The first ingredient is going to be Bavarian cream by TPA. There it is, right there. varying cream. And it calls for 0.3 grams, which isn't that much. So this is what I do. 0.3 grams. So let's put that in there. Mixing by weight is just so easy. Okay, that's 0.29. Got to be very careful with these scales because you move around. Just a little motion will set them off and drives me nuts. That's just about 0.3, 0.31, a little bit over, no big deal. Put that aside. I will tear it off, zero it up again. The next one is going to be Inaware biscuit. Very well known flavor there. This is an excellent flavor. Biscuit that's going to be 0.15 grams. Biscuit, 0.15 grams. That's not that much. Okay, that's 0.14, 0.16 according to this. Not, it's pretty close enough. 0.15. You move around. This is a very sensitive scale. I could see. I got to get used to it, but it's 0.15. I tear it out again, zero it out, and the next one's going to be custard by Flavor Art. This recipe, that's what it calls for. I don't know if you could see it. Okay, Flavor Art custard, which is going to be 0.45 grams. Gotta be careful. This opening isn't that wide on here, so it could be a little tricky. I don't normally like using these type bottles because it's not that much room on the top to squeeze this stuff, and especially VG, it's thick, it could bottle up, but you should be able to pull it off. What are I saying is 0.45, okay. Okay. Okay, that should do it. 0.45, 0.46. It bounces around a little. It's very sensitive. I got to get used to that. It's definitely more sensitive than my last one. Okay, I'll tear that out again. And the next one looks like it's going to be, this is going to be Capella butter at .09. That's like a couple drops, not that much at all here. That's what this is right here. Capella butter. I don't know if you can see it that great. I got my calculator up there, so I can't really see that well here how good it's coming across. But butter by Capella .09. That's like 3 drops. It's crazy. This thing is so sensitive. It's just bouncing all over the place. But we'll get used to it. Tear it out again. The next recipe, the next ingredient, I should say, is going to be graham cracker clear by TFA. Another excellent flavor there. Doesn't look like this is coming through too great, but there it is, graham cracker clear. Okay. Okay. Graham cracker clear. That's going to be 0.6. Yeah, it's about 0.59, 0.6, so that's good enough. Still, tear that out. The next one is going to be Capella Juicy Lemon. Right there, Juicy Lemon. Nice. Let's see what they want out of this. Juicy Lemon's going to be a 0.3 grams. I will have to use a pipette for this. The opening's too big. I don't want to. It'll just spill. Okay, tear it out. Juicy Lemon, what did I say that was? That's going to be a 0.3. So we'll get the little pipette there. Boom. 0.3. And it looks like I'm getting used to this a little bit more. Every drop seems to be about like 0.02 of a gram, roughly. Okay, tear that out, zero it again, and then we're going to do lemon meringue pie by Capella. Another excellent, excellent flavor. Which seems, no, that's not leaking. I thought it was leaking, but it's not. I had these in the refrigerator, so a little bit cold. Okay, this I just poked a tiny hole on the top, so I'm hoping. All right, lemon meringue pie. That's 0.9 grams. Right? Yeah, 0.9. Yep. Sorry, guys. I'm being a little quiet here, but man, you got to concentrate with this damn small openings, or else you got a mess. But you learn, you know. The next bottles you buy, you get bigger, you know, different. I mean, that you learn. I try to make it as convenient as I can, where, you know, everything's simple. And this is, you know, I'm pretty close to being as, hopefully, as simple as I think I can get it. You know, my nicotine is not in the bottle I want it to be because I had to order more bottles. So I use a pipette for that. Normally, I don't like using pipette for that because, you know, it's just a risk of, you know, splashing it on something for myself. But I'll get there once they come in the mail. My order. Almost there. We're almost there. Maybe one more drop for good luck. That's it. Oh my gosh, man, that was a rough one. That was a rough one, but I think we pulled it off. We are going to use I did that already. All right, next one's going to be Flavor Art Lemon Sicily, guys. You can see that. Yeah. All right, Flavor Art Lemon Sicily for 0.9 again. Should be easier. This bottle a little easier. So Lemon Sicily for 0.9 grams. Much easier with these little bottles. See, when I mix, I like to squeeze everything. You know, all the openings on all these caps are very small, so there's, you know, very little chance of any kind of contamination of any. You know, if you're opening your PG and your VG and your nicotine, you're opening these caps, and the openings are so large. I mean, you never know, a bug or a, you know, I mean, you know, chances are it won't happen, but it could. And you got stuff floating around in the air, and you know, they could pop into the, you know, into the opening. This year, it's nice. You know, you're just squeezing into the small openings, And all your ingredients, you're really not really opening anything. You're just undoing a little, little top and squeezing it in. So keeps the contamination down to a very bare minimum. Okay, this won't be much longer here. This is I think my first mixing video, so I'll get better at it, guys. Not too much more here. And we're getting there. Try that. One more drop. That'll do it. Okay, that's 0.9 on the lemon Sicily. Close enough. We'll tear it out. And getting close to the last few here. This will be Flavor Art meringue. Another fantastic ingredient. There we go. All right. Flavor Art meringue. And that's going to be 0.45 grams. The concern I have is the VG. I hope it doesn't bottleneck up, because I've seen it happen to me before, and it just ran all down the side of the bottle, all over the scale. Oh my gosh, was it a disaster? That's why these small bottles are just not really good. These tiny ones, they're not. I usually use something totally different. I don't like using these. I'm going to phase these out and get away from them. What I normally like using is these type bottles with the screw caps, much bigger openings. Later on, when I do my other recipe, I'm mixing 2 juices for a friend and 1 for me tonight. And the bigger bottle with the bigger openings is the one I'm going to use. But I go through so many bottles. I ordered a ton of them and I ran out already. And I reuse these a couple times, but I don't really like using them too many. Then I toss them in, because they just they don't last forever. And I did start going back to using a little bit of PG in my mixes. 70-30. It's not much different. It's very little. I noticed the flavor is better. It's most definitely is. I mean, what's the sense in doing max VG on everything? I mean, to me, there's just no point. I mean, there is a point. I can't say that. It's just easier not having to use PG. You're eliminating. You're pretty much eliminating using PG. So I do see that part of it. And some people want bigger clouds, but I mean, you're going to get the clouds are basically the same. So I've gone back to using a little bit of PG. It's better. It carries the flavors better. You're going to get better flavor. And I've noticed it most definitely. All right. And here's where the sweetener comes in. And I got the little pouch here. I don't know how I'm going to do this, but I might use the pipette that I used for because, I mean, it's not contaminating nothing, really. And the sweetener comes very little, 0.225. That's it. Not much. I think I'll use this, the pipette, because I'm going to throw it out anyways. And if I try to pour this sugar into that bottle, so I'll use the pipette and try to get some of this liquid sweetener. See it? It's just regular sugar granulated, and it's nice, and it's supposed to dissolve in cold water, in cold beverages too, so it's not really going to crystallize All right, so the sweetener is 0.22. Not much at all. Just to, make all these ingredients kind of react. I mean, sometimes you do need sugar. You can't. It's like eating anything without sugar. You know how that is, or fries without ketchup. You know, sometimes you need it. Most of the times I do not use it, but just a little bit here and there in certain recipes. And this is like one of these recipes online. It's like one of those clone type remix recipes. Sweetener 0.225. That's good enough for me. 0.22. I'm not going to go over that. Sugar, I don't really. All right, now it comes. I'll tear it out. Now my last three ingredients: VG, PG, and nicotine. All right, sorry guys. Be patient with me, please. In my first video, I'm kind of, a little nervous. Not really nervous, but new scale, and I'm getting used to that. And when I'm dripping it, doing the ingredients, I got to be quiet. And okay, now here's the VG. Let me tear that out again. It's an excellent. I love this scale. It's a cap you flip on. Flip over when you're done. It protects it. All right, here's the VG. The VG is, I'm sorry, PG, 4.81 grams. And I leave my VG in a bottle like that, so I don't have to open it. I don't have to use syringes. I just twist it. I untwist it to open it, squirt it in, and then boom. So there's no contamination of anything getting in, and no syringes and buckets of water, and I don't know. I see a lot of a lot of people use syringes, and that's fine. I mean, if that's what they want to do, there's nothing. I mean, I've used syringes for the first couple of years, but you know, comparing it to this is just night and day. It really is. Okay, here's the PG, 4.81, and it's nice too. You just drip it in, just like that. It doesn't pour out. You have to kind of squeeze it a little. You can control it. It's nice. We'll go a little quicker here so I can get this video done. 4.81 grams, I said, on the PG. Yep. And I definitely noticed a better flavor in my recipes. Doing a little bit of PG. There's no question. I watch a lot of videos out there, Wayne on DIY or Die. I don't know if he mixes I'm sorry, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know if he uses VG for the taste, or it's just something that he likes. I don't know. I'm pretty sure it's probably the flavor, because there's definitely a difference. It's definitely better tasting with some kind of PG in it. And I asked I'm curious, because if you ever tasted PG, it's not really a nice taste, in my opinion, from what I remember. But the VG is sweet. It tastes excellent by itself. So you would think, but apparently it doesn't work that way. But you read and you do the research and look online. They say PG is a better flavor carrier. And apparently it's true. 4.81. We're getting there. After this, I'll have 2 more ingredients, and we will be done. But I like being pretty close to, exact, as close to it as I can be, the numbers, All right, we're almost there. 4.7, 4.77, 4 point. Okay, it looks like that's it. 4.82. Very nice scale. I love this scale. I did a lot of research online, reading the reviews on this scale, and this is pretty much what most people recommended. It's a 500 gram, and the reason why I upgraded is because I had a little tiny one. I got it over there. It's only 100 gram, and if you put a glass bottle on it, the glass bottle is like 60 or 70 grams. By the time you put the ingredients on, it was tough to make anything over 30 mil, and a lot of containers you couldn't use any big jars because it was over 100 grams, so you couldn't put anything else on it because that was a max weight. You couldn't put any ingredients in it. It would air out. It would air out after 100 grams. So, and this was only like $25, 20, whatever. It took a long time. It took almost a week to get here, which is kind of unbelievable. But anyways, yeah, this goes up to 500 grams, which is much better. Okay, here is my VG. 25.33, yep, grams. 25.33, 25.326, but so 25.33. Hopefully, uh-oh, already started leaking. Not too bad. I think I contained it, I think. It's not running down the side, just a little. I hate these bottles. I can't stand them. I'm not going to use them anymore. It's expensive having to buy bottles all the time. I got to look for a better option. Some kind of, I don't know. Liquid Barn, the ones I showed you, 68 cents each. It's not too bad. I should order like 100 of them. That'll be a lot, though. A lot of money. Okay, after this will just be the nicotine, and then we'll finish this out. I'm gonna be very careful with that nicotine because I got gloves in the mail. I don't have gloves, so, and I don't recommend anybody do this at home. But I'm using the pipette. I've done it before. I should be okay. 25.33. All right, just about 25 point. We're almost there. 25.31. Can I do one more drop? Why not? One more. Boom, and we'll back off. All right, 25.36. Good enough. A little bit over. Not too bad. Another thing I used to mix sometimes, in the past, in the summertime, you get and they like the smell of this VG and the flavors, and they'll go after it, That's why I like not having these tops open. You're not opening and leaving stuff around, a lot of times I've had bugs that almost fly into my flavor, and they love the smell of that stuff. If they go in the nicotine, they're going to be dead very quickly, but still, you got a bugs, So that's why I like doing it this way. And here's my nicotine. I don't ever keep it like this. I always put it in more secure, like double wrap it, have it on a squeeze thing where I could squeeze it out. This here, I got to actually open the top, which I don't like doing. But we're going to do it. It's not much. It's only 1.12 grams. I shake the crap out of it here. You want to shake it good, but you want to be careful. This is in a Ziploc baggie, and it's got a nice screw top on. This was in the freezer for like 6 months or a year. This has been in the freezer for almost a year. So you know, I marked it off. I think this was My Freedom Smokes, 100% VG, My Freedom Smokes, May 27th, 2015. So yeah, this is over a year, but a year and a half. And let me tell you, I think it's still, you know, I don't think it degraded at all. I really don't. So I've been using nicotine a year and 2 years old, and you know, I take that first toot and it's there. It's definitely there. What I'm going to do is I'm going to get a cup of water so I can take that pipette. Give me 1 second. Sorry, guys. I want to get a cup of water so I don't want to drag that nicotine in the pipette. I can just dunk it right in and dilute it so it's not. Okay. Sorry. Once you dilute it, you know, you could spill it on you. Well, at least on the pipette. I like to get that pipette right in the water immediately. All right, we're almost done. What I do is I undo that. You gotta be very careful with this because I got no gloves. And then if you do get on you, I run right to the damn bathroom and wash everything off immediately. I'll do it anyways. All right. The pipettes are nice because they don't really leak out of there. All right, 1.11 grams of nic. Man, this stuff is thick. And I like getting the nicotine in VG for one simple reason. I think I'm pretty sure VG freezes much easier than PG. I don't even think PG freezes at all, and I don't even think nicotine freezes. But I think the VG, because when I take it out of the freezer, it's frozen very lightly, you know, and I shake it, it doesn't move. So that, to me, I like that. You know, I think it preserves it more. 1.11 it is. Okay, let's do this. 1.11 grams. Then what I'll do is I'll throw this right into the water, cap everything up, put it away, and wash my hands. I got gloves in the mail, like 100 or 500. I forgot. I think 100 of them. 100. That's right. I got 100. And they're nitrile. They're not latex, because they say the nicotine can go right through a lot of gloves like latex, but not nitrile gloves. So they say that is. I don't know if it's true, but all right, we're just about done here, and then we'll wrap it up. But this is the lemon tart clone type recipe. This you get off of all the flavors. It might be on ELR. This is one of the recipes I believe that was in Wayne from DIY or Die's contest. I mean, I vaped this before. It's excellent. It really is. I never had the original, so I don't know how close it is, but this is fantastic to me. I could vape it all day long, no problem. But this isn't my recipe, and the one I'm going to make later, I don't know if I'm going to do a video on it, but this is for someone else. This and the serial killer that I'm making. And then I got to make mine. I think I'm going to probably, I don't know if I'm going to do an apple butter or lemon tart for myself. Might do a lemon tart. Okay, it looks like it's 1.12, right on the money. Okay, and I'll squeeze the remaining nicotine in there. If there's a drop or two, I'm not going to fuss too much. I don't want to keep this open longer than I have to. It's just so thick. And I don't really want to shake this pipette around. You know, God forbid if it gets in your eye or you're screwed. All right, that's good enough for me. And I'll put it in the water. And this pipette, you know what? I throw it right out. I'm not going to play with it. Then I'll cap this up real tight. Not too tight because I break these caps a lot. And then what I do is I put my nick away for now. And I'm going to put that in a more secure box. And then let me escape on this here. So, okay. Yeah, and then I put it back on, put the top on, shake it up, and that's one recipe done. I would have been done a lot quicker, but obviously I'm in the camera there, and it just took so much longer. But that's okay. All right, and then I'll turn this off for now. So I'm going to relax a little before I do my other recipe. I want to get a couple videos up, guys, because, you know, being that this channel just started, you know, I did some reading on YouTube, and it says you're really not going to get a lot of views unless you get more than one. You know, you got to get a couple videos up. So that, you know, that's what I'm trying to do. I don't care if it takes a long time. I really don't. And like I said, this is mainly for fun. But I shake the crap out of this. Boom, 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 boom. And then what I do is I'll take a little thing of water, another cup, and I'll put some water in it, you know, quarter of the way up, put it in the microwave till it's hot, but you got to get it at the right temperature. You don't want it too hot, and you don't want it too cold, just hot enough. And then what I do is I drop this in there just to, you know, make this thin everything up. It mixes much better. And then I'll shake the living crap out of it so it's like real frothy, you know. Some people put blenders in it, you know, whatever, little frothers, but I'll thin it up because it shakes better, and I'll just shake it up where it's very frothy. And that's it, and you're done. But that's the lemon tart recipe. I mean, it smells delicious, tastes delicious. I made this before. This is 3 milligrams. This is for a friend of mine. I'm going to make him another recipe again later before I make mine. But this is excellent. This really is. I mean, the ingredients are just, you know, fantastic. I've tried VG 4 years. I've tried from a lot of different places. RTS, My Freedom Smokes, Liquid Barn. And so far, no VG has come close to Bulk Apothecary that I haven't tried everyone, but I've tried 5 or 6 different places. And it is sweet. It's just unbelievable. I could vape that alone and be happy. All right, that's it. Let me bring this camera up a little more here, guys. Sorry it took so long. And that's it. That's the lemon tart, you know, dinner lady type deal. You know, shake it up, shake it up. I'll put it in a little hot water, shake it up, and that recipe's done, you know. I'm going to wipe it off because I don't know if that's nicotine oozing. Nah, it's not. It's VG, I think, when I first started. I mean, you could smell the lemon in there and custard. The flavor art, and I believe the TFA custard, but I know at least the flavor art, it's different than the Capellas. The Capellas it's different. It's more of a like a confectioner sugar type taste, like a bakery type taste. The flavor art and the TFA are more of a citrusy. I don't know if they're eggy. I'm not sure which one's eggy. I don't know if any of them are eggy. I'm pretty sure there's one of them that's eggy. But the Capella is different. Capella definitely has its uses. You know, everyone says that's the number one. I mean, I think they're all good. But you can't really use Capella vanilla custard in this recipe, in my opinion. You could. It's going to have a different taste. I mean, with all the citrus in here, the lemon meringue pie, the meringue, the lemon Sicily, and juicy lemon, you need that custard that's the citrusy type custard, you know, to go with it, in my opinion. And, you know, that's why I didn't go with Capella's. You know, every flavor has its purpose. I believe that. You know, I really do. You know, a lot of people don't like amber. They go, oh, you know, or liquid amber. But you know, it has its purpose. You know, I always believe that every flavor does something to its counterpart. Like I think chocolate, there's something out there that might do something to chocolate to bring it out, and I think liquid amber does that with the apple, with like Fuji apple. It just reacts to it so well, you know, and that's in the apple butter recipe, and they just go, you know, so well together. But anyways, guys, sorry it took so long, and you know, if you watched it, you know, thank you. And I'm gonna end it. You know, I don't know if I'm gonna put another video up at least tonight for, you know, I want to, because I want to get a couple videos up, so hopefully, you know, I'll maybe show up in some of the searches eventually, hopefully. But anyways, guys, that's my video. Thank you, and I'll see you next time.